Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On hot7025fm.com.
Yeah. Jones. Hey. Gre Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Gre Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Gre Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams, and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Gre Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Gre Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Gre Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.
Well, all right. Good afternoon. It's Thursday, 3 o'clock. Gre Deville. Let's talk real estate. Gre Deville, Diana Dykes. We're live on the radio. This is what we do. We want to talk real estate. Good afternoon, Diana. How are you today?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you, Mr.
I'm excited as usual. We are in the holiday season, my favorite time of the year.
Mine too.
Yes, we are excited. Look, as we're closing out the fourth quarter, I was stating last week on my show how the fourth quarter is always the determining factor in how you win the game, right? If you make the right moves, you make the right plays, guess what? You win the game. So shout out tonight. We're going to see if the Raiders are going to make it happen. Raiders, good luck to you out there. We hope that you guys pull it off. Diana, I wanted to talk to you today, as you and I have been working together probably 7-8 years already that we have ventured together and working on different projects. And you've been in the business a long time in the business. And I wanted your expertise for our listeners today with some of the programs and some of the such as the entrepreneurs, right? So there are many entrepreneurs out there who actually don't think they can buy a home because they don't have a 9-to-5 or W-2. Can you talk a little bit about bank statement loans? Those who are entrepreneurs, barbers, nail techs, all of that.
Yeah, nail techs, Uber, Lyft drivers.
Drivers, absolutely.
Uber and Lyft drivers are a big balance here. You do not need you don't need tax returns. Some people don't want to file tax returns or have not. Okay, we need your 12 months bank statement. We're going to take your deposits only. We're going to basically deduct some of the expenses. It depends what industry you're in. Okay. If you could get a CPA letter to say that your expenses are less than 10%, then we can use a lot more of your income. And then we derive extra income, and we're getting many people in homes on this bank statement program.
Bank statement program. So and I was telling my barbers, I visit barbershop. What I teach my agents, say, look, if you go to barbershop 3 days a week, doesn't mean you got to get a haircut. There's just somebody new in the chair every day. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
You're out there all over the place.
Absolutely.
Can't be a secret agent.
Well, this is what we do. We're look. Can't be a secret agent. I'm 40 years as an entrepreneur. You know, I come from the flip side of real estate. Is what we do. I don't know how to have a 9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
That's it, and that's what it's all about. Again, you're kind of going in and out on your speaker. The bank statement, yes, absolutely. There you are. So the 401k program also from people on their job, been on their job for quite some time, have a full. You know, can you talk to those who say, I didn't know I could use my 401 to purchase a home and how it can be done without a penalty? Can you speak to that for someone who did not know?
Right. A lot of times the 401k, see, the employers don't tell you that because they're making interest off your money. Okay?
See?
So why not use your money? Okay. You will not get a penalty. The 401k was created to purchase a home. So there's a certain percentage that you can take off to put for the down payment. You'll get a better rate, okay, and use it. Because if you don't use it, they're making money off your interest. And to buy a home, don't be scared in this market. Buy a home. Use that's your money. That's
absolutely.
Your money.
And to someone who's threatened, you know, they feel threatened by the interest rates. You know, and what I like to tell them is this, is that when you pay rent, you're paying 100% interest rate when you rent. So when you talk about an 8% versus 100%, and the 8%, at least you get an ROI, right? ROI is return on your investment versus renting at 100%. There's no return. You get nothing for what you give except that you've paid someone's mortgage down.
Right. Or and 28% on credit cards. I mean, you're not married to your rate. Okay.
Yes.
We've been doing this a long time, Mr. Deville. And
yes.
As soon as the market goes down, then we can refinance you. Well, we just got out of a refi market, right?
Right.
I don't know, 3% my lifetime or your lifetime. However, it should go down to about the 5s in the middle of next year. But you're not married to your rate. So don't be scared of that. The benefit in this market, Mr. Deville, is that sellers are willing to give closing costs. Example, right? We just had a client, right, Mr. Deville?
Right.
$400,000 home. She got $11,000 in seller contributions and $15,000 in the grant. She came in with, you know how much money?
$1,200. Woo! Can you imagine getting a house with $1,200?
You want to keep paying someone else's mortgage.
Right.
Continue to pay someone else's mortgage. Come on now, you know.
Yeah. And the piggyback.
What's going on? I just don't understand people sometimes. I get so upset, Mr. DeVille. They come to my office and they're like, "Oh, I'm just scared. I'm scared to buy a home because of the rate." But you're paying someone else's mortgage.
Right. Exactly.
You're paying someone else's mortgage. And I told a lady the other day, you paid that house off. That house was paid in rent. She was there for 8 years. You paid that mortgage off. I calculated for her. She goes, I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. And you just have to give people, you know, lame terms to help them out.
Yeah. I like to use this analogy when you go to the bank. When you go to the bank and you're at the teller, there's this bowl sitting on the counter. When you're facing it, there's a bowl. What's in the bowl? What's literally in that bowl when you're at the counter talking to a teller? What's in the bowl, right?
Yeah, right.
What's in the bowl, Diana?
What's in the bowl?
Sitting on the counter at the teller when you're at the bank.
Candy.
There's candy.
Candy.
But there's a I'm looking for a word, an operative word, that there's a sucker in the bowl. When you're paying rent, you're a sucker to somebody.
Sucker, you are so good, DeVille. You are so good.
You're being a sucker when you pay rent because you're paying that man's mortgage, but you're going to work every day. He's got his own house. He's getting a mortgage paid by himself or herself. And then he's got you as a sucker, as a rental tenant to pay off the other mortgage. So I'm like, you know, when I realized I was a sucker, like the thing on the counter at the bank, paying this guy's mortgage off, and at the end of the day, he was ready to sell the house, and I had to move out in 30 days. How many phone calls do I get like that a year when they say, well, Mr. Deville, and you know what? They didn't know they could purchase a home, got them pre-approved. How many people have we helped, Diana, who gotten approved?
So, Deville, Mr. Deville, we must have been going through, you teach a good regime, I teach a good regime, you've got an office in here, we're connecting, we're team working. I think this year what people are, my credit people said they're tired of wasting their time because we have credit people for free, but they won't do the paperwork to get it to the next step.
Yeah.
And we've had so many people come in my office and go, I'm getting evicted. I've been in that house for 8 years. They've given me 2 weeks to get out. I thought this would never happen. I painted the walls. I said, baby, those aren't your walls.
Exactly.
Those are not your walls. Those are his walls. And can he do that? Yes, he can, because that's not your house. That is not your house. When you get in your house, you can paint it green. And, we help everybody.
Hope you don't paint it green. Hope you don't paint it. But if that's what you like, maybe just an accent wall. So
what we're saying today, Mr. Deville, is we're hoping, we help everybody. Mr. Deville, you help people we've helped NBA players.
Yeah,
we've helped, hey, we want some of those Raiders, right?
Yeah.
We've helped
everybody.
Raiders' wives. We've helped give bank statement programs, DSR programs. We help we help the wealthy to the middle class to the struggling. Yeah, that's our motto.
Yeah. That's right, and we're giving up to like $15,000 towards a down payment. I tell people, and here's a question I pose to many, is I say, if I can sell you a home with no money down, I'm in line at Walmart or at Target or whatever, and they're behind me in line, and there's a cart in front of us, so they're stuck with me right here, right? Taking advantage of the opportunity.
And you're like me. We talk to everybody.
Yeah, I talk to everybody. I leave no rocks unturned because everybody knows somebody, right? And so what I have, when somebody say, well, no soliciting, I'm not soliciting. I'm giving this away. I'm giving you money. I'm not soliciting anything. When I knock on your door, I'm not a solicitor. I'm here to tell you, if I could sell your home with no money down, would you buy it? Most people's answer is yes. I said, then you need to contact me at my office. Let's go over how to make that happen for you. Because people don't know that it's available to be done. But what do? They sit on their hands and do nothing and do just that. Nothing.
Until the landlord kicks them out.
Until the landlord say, well, or the other one is this. Here's another one that people don't understand. Somebody asked me once, well, why does the landlords go up? You know why they do? Because they can. Right? There's no law to say they can't. So they can. So if I go out as a landlord, right, and I buy another car and my payment is $700 a month, I can go up on the rent $300 because I can. And now my car note, you're paying the mortgage, and I'm going to increase it by $300 so you can pay half of the car note too. That's what landlords are doing.
Correct.
They go out and buy something. Guess what they do? They charge it to the tenant. You're already paying my house. Here, let's talk about the solar. I was telling landlords, you can put solar on your rental homes and let the tenant pay the monthly bill on the solar panels because that's what you're getting. You're getting a bill for solar, so not so much for energy as you are. I haven't gotten a solar bill, Diana, since I put my solar on the home back in January. We are producing well enough energy that we don't get a bill.
You're like the one-stop shop, Mr. Deville. You've done a great job in this community to get that message out. Not only are you selling the homes, you care for the homes. I see Mr. Deville get up on the walls and on the roof when the lender say, we need that one shingle fixed because we can't close it. I call Mr. Deville and he goes, I'm there. And I see him up on the roof. And not only do you care about that, but you care that it's done, and accomplished. You go the extra mile to finish it. And that's what we're all here for, to talk. But going to solar, yes, I have solar. And you're right, Mr. Deville, you're doing solar and helping people now. It has to be all the way around, not just get your home and we forget it, set it and forget it.
Right.
We're educating. We are financial wealth educators into home ownership.
There you go. There you go. So what somebody said, well, it was a great idea to tie solar into home ownership. I said, well, number one, I'm selling homes with no money down, and you're getting solar. Guess what? No money down. And it's helping you to benefit from the ever increasing rates of NV energy. Right? If I could tell you, you can know next month with your energy bill, what your bill is going to be for your energy every month from here on out. You can know. Why? Because you're producing your own energy. Yeah, you're already producing your energy. So because I was talking to the engineer when I got here, I drove my convertible Mercedes today. She says, look at you in your convertible today. I'm like, the sun is shining. I'm taking advantage of the warmth. While my solar panels are producing energy from the sun, I'm getting me some of that melanin, from the sun. I'm enjoying the sun because the sun has, listen, Nevada has agreed by 2050, right, to go green, right? So renewable energy.
You guys just did a thing on Go Green. Right?
Yeah. So renewable energy, look, I'm telling people, get on board now. Right? It's no money down. And the new program is even better than when I bought mine in January. Is guess what, Diana? There's a Tesla battery backup in the garage where you're going to back up any unused energy that your panels produce. So unlike you and I who've had our solar for a while, we don't have the benefit of storing energy backed up in our garage in a Tesla battery. Right. For any man, when I found that, I said, you know what? I want to help families all the way around. Now, I want to see how we can make this work. Now, I tell people, we're not just doing this for money. We do it because we Diana, you genuinely love people. You love helping people get out of a tight situation, and it does you good when you feel like you've really helped someone in a difficult situation that was anybody else couldn't have done it. But because you're,
that.
They do.
They tell every family member, they remember what we've done for them.
Absolutely.
They go back. I mean, the one we're just closed 3 years in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, they remember that and what you're telling. And like you said, not just if they go to a bank and something's not in that box, you're declined.
That's it. That's it. Whereas you'll go out. Go out and find out. You'll search it out and say, oh, I found a lender over here that can make it work for you. Like you stated, if a bank says no, then no it is. But we're beyond banks, right? Yeah. We're working with private mortgage companies who can say, I'll fund that deal. I know for me, when I first went back in 2015, we weren't ready. We had been in the decline of the market in 08, 09. I mean, we had lost things. And here we are in 2015. I'm like, man, I can't keep selling homes and I don't own a home. I felt convicted. I felt like I should own a home. If I'm going to sell you a home, well, do you own a home? So now that in 2015, when it was time to come back to owning a home, I needed to do what I needed to do. And that was face the elephant in the room. Like you and I talked a moment ago about people just deal with your credit. Face the credit and say, Diana, how bad is my credit? It's bad. You know how bad is it? What do I need to do to get ready for 2024? How can I make 2024 the year? I'm doing this show today with Diana Dykes, and I'm saying, listen, stop wasting money on Christmas. We bought something on Christmas a couple years back, and I think it lasted 2 weeks. They ain't even play with it no more. I'm like, I spent a good piece of change on that, and it's still sitting in a corner. I'm like, how much money every year and birthdays do we waste on gifts, but we rent a house, we rent an apartment? You got to take that bicycle down the stairs so he can ride it in an apartment building. His only backyard is a balcony. So let's make let's make 2024 the year of commitment that I'm going to change from my present condition or situation of renting into becoming with the American dream of home ownership. Isn't that what it's all about?
Well, it's owning something and equity. I was making some sweet potato pies.
Okay.
Too bad you couldn't make it last
night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Busy, you Mark Quinn, but I was like sweet potato pies from scratch. And I did a little video and I said, you know what? This is so beautiful. I'm in my home.
Yep.
What I own, what I can do. I'm looking out the window and it feels good. I don't have a landlord get ready to knock on my door and say, you know what, I feel like selling. You got to get up out of here. But when the rates for Mr. Deville, a client came, you sent, and I'm going to wait for the rates to go down. I've been trying to do this for 3 years now. No lender got her approved. I got her approved in 24 hours on a bank statement program, right? So then the daughter intercepts. Well, rates are too high. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Your mother's been trying for 3 years. 3 years ago, the rates were 3% and whatnot. Now we got her approved. She's qualified. She'll pay off debt. You're going to give her a gift. And then we're going to wait. What are you waiting for?
Right.
You know, what for? You know, and people are nervous about that. Number one, we help everybody from the wealthy to the struggling to the middle class. We give you a roadmap. Deville and I, we don't just say, oh, okay, you just don't qualify. We'll give you a roadmap.
Yeah, that's the plan, a strategy.
We've done many clients, and Deville, you'll call and say, Diana, what about this? Use your 401k. Number one topic today, they're making money off your 401k.
Right, exactly.
Right, bank statement. Now, on a bank statement program, you still have to come in with your down payment, okay? But what's 3.5%? Or, it's like, just get the roadmap going. A lot of people won't even fill out the application, Mr. Deville. They won't even take 15 minutes. So I'm calling them in. But what our motto in 2024, don't waste your time, don't waste our time. Be serious about it. We're putting people in homes. We're closing, right?
We're getting them done. The fact we still got our mortgage, the fact we still got our homes and we're paying the mortgage means we're closing mortgages. We're closing on sales. I told a man asked me at Deville, how you doing? I say, well, my boat's still on the lake, so I'm doing okay. When I got to take the boat off the lake, but we're doing okay.
You earn that boat, right?
Yeah, but it costs to keep it out. Yeah, it costs to keep it on the lake. I say, but when things get, but I love what I do. I wouldn't trade what I do. And granted, there are challenges. Granted, I got to fight through your confused mind when people say, I don't want to buy now, rates are high. And I got to show you how you paying rent that's 100% interest rate. And you don't seem to care that you can go to work every day, pay someone else's money. That's like you going to work, you're buying a car, but somebody else is driving it.
Correct.
Who does that?
You're just leasing it. You don't own it. You don't own it.
So when you lease, right, you're leasing something, but it's benefiting someone else. So why do you go to work? My daddy would say, boy, never let a man profit from the sweat of your brow. My dad, I was young. He was in the 70s. He would say that. I was young. I didn't understand what he meant. As I'm almost 60 years old, I understand way better what daddy was saying. Don't go to work and let somebody else profit from what you do.
Correct.
If you go to work, you should be paying into your own car. You should be paying into your own mortgage, not paying somebody's rent. And then they decide to what? Oh, I think 2024, I'm going to sell the house. Well, now I'm thinking if I've paid your mortgage down and you're going to sell the house, I tell people the only thing you're going to get from the sale of that house that you've paid down those last 3, 4, 5. I know a guy had 10 years in and he paid the mortgage off and the lady wouldn't even sell him the house. So she wanted what she wanted. I don't care you paid it off. They didn't ask, like the man said, I didn't ask you to pay my mortgage off, but you did.
But you did.
But you did. And that's what we're doing when we pay rent. So I'm on radio 8 years now telling people that a man called me the other day. I sent him to talk to you, Diana. And he says, I've been hearing you because I always ask, how long have you been here? Oh, Mr. DeVille, I've been hearing you about 3, 4, 5 years. And I said, and you just now calling. But guess what? I appreciate you calling. But how much money could you have saved had you heard when I started those many years ago? But that's okay. Nonetheless, you're here now. Let's move forward. I don't want let dead horses lie, and let's move forward. Right? What are we going to do from here? Now, when we talk about people getting ready to, they're going to have Christmas, they're going to waste money. I don't care what you say. People just waste money at Christmas. But we're getting ready for taxes. Now, as a lender, I know you look at tax reports and tax, returns. Talk to people about all these deductions if they're looking to get into home ownership.
Okay. I've been doing financing for over 20 years plus.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right.
And the deductions are that you can write off, if you're an Uber, Lyft driver, truck driver, we get a lot of truck drivers, you can write some of your expenses off.
Right.
That is called a Schedule C. Okay. So, for example, say that you made $100,000. Okay?
Right. Okay.
And a lot of times people come to me and go, well, I make the money. Here's my tax returns. But the bottom line shows they have a negative of $1,500. We take that negative $1,500, not showing you made $100,000. Now, what you can do for the benefit, you make $100,000. You still can write off a lot. You could write off $30,000 and still net income. It has to be net income. There are a lot of benefits of expenses that you can still write off. Okay. And we could get that to your listeners as far as, the real law there. Okay. As far as some of the things, because I'm looking at it, it's tax time. But you really want to talk to your lender and a tax person, okay? We have to prep you to get to Mr. Deville because we don't want to give him what's called a fake approval.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So when people say, I have my tax returns, we take 2 years of tax returns. Those tax returns, we divide your income. We take the net income and we divide it into 24. But the write-offs again, so that's one avenue when you're a Schedule C. If you have child care, you can write off child care. If you have children, you can write off. If you're a foster parent, okay, we need foster parents. They're giving like $1,800 a month for one child because there's so many poor children out here that were in bad homes. And it's fostering to get to know each other, but help give back to your community. Okay.
Right.
So there's a lot of ways. We have speakers like Deville come in and he'll speak on solar. He'll speak on that. We have foster care. You had VA Deville. You had Medicare people. We are like the one-stop shop of helping the community.
Absolutely.
But you know one thing, Mr. Deville, we can't be more excited than you to get into a home to own it. We have clients, right, Mr. Deville? They bought their house, example, 8 years ago for $150,000 North Las Vegas, right? Follow me, listeners. $150,000 in North Las Vegas, where it's booming right now, right by the VA hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. He refinanced it a couple years later, got $50,000 net cash, right? A couple years later, he got another $100,000. He got another $70,000. He's almost paid himself back tax free. Guess how much his house is worth?
Nearly $400,000, $500,000.
$480,000 on 150, and he took $100,000 in his pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. No CD, no IRA, no. I don't care what you say. Will gain that interest. Okay. And we're talking anywhere from first-time home buyers all the way to millionaires. We have that experience on putting you in the programs. Okay. I had one lady. She makes $300,000 a month. She said nobody could give me a loan. We got it done for her.
There you go.
It's like, we have to have that roadmap. When you're working with Deville and myself, you want to work with experienced people. When the market comes back, right, Deville?
That's right.
You're going to see all these agents try to come back, right?
Right.
They all working at Walmart and all that. You and I are hustling to keep the doors and the lights on.
Boots on the ground. Absolutely. Boots on the ground. Staying at it even through the tough market. Because when you have passion for, like we have passion for helping people, even trying to make sense when you have doubted it all the way. I tell people, stop listening to the man on your job who ain't got a house. I'm a man, it ain't good to buy. Stop. Go get one right now. Now is the best time because sellers are willing to pay your closing costs. Right. In a market like this, I got properties on the market. We can't get an offer. People just are not, going out getting that approval. So I got to let another realtor sell it. Normally, I could put a house on the market and sell it with one of my agents in the office.
In an hour.
I've sold homes that I didn't even get to list.
Right.
But we're in the market now where it's getting a little tighter. Buyers are a little reluctant right now. But we want to continue to drive home. It is imperative that 2024, stop making excuses. Do yourself a favor. Do your children. Listen, the Bible declares a wise man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. When are you going to start working on that inheritance? When are you going to start?
Mr. Deville, you touched on something.
Yes.
I've spoken some of the large, and so have you.
Yeah.
Okay, we've spoken some of the largest churches.
Absolutely.
I'm a godly girl, I believe
godly man.
You're a pastor. I believe in all the religions. We don't judge. That's
right.
One thing we don't do. We don't
right.
judge.
Absolutely.
But what really hurts me is they're in that church every Sunday or every Thursday. They're going to Bible study. They're doing all this. Then we go out and we do financial wealth classes and we teach. And then they come in my office, I'm getting kicked out, I wish I could put my Bible right on the desk, but I said, look, I'm not going to judge you, but we were in your church speaking and you told me you were going to get it together. If you're going to believe in your religion or any religion, I don't care what religion it is, it says have your financial stability together. You are living in the best country in the world. If you go, I know we all go to a nail shop, right? We go to a nail shop. If somebody comes to this country, can't speak, came with $1 and got 3 homes.
Yeah.
And you've been here all your life. So come on now.
Yeah. We let people come from other countries, start a business, and we patronize, and they do well, and yet we go to work and keep paying someone else's mortgage. So again, let the taxes, and I want to talk to people about, it's okay if you owe taxes, if you pay taxes. That means you're profiting. That means you're being a successful, person in our times, right? So people always say, well, I want to pay taxes. You actually do want to pay taxes because that means you're profiting. And nobody wants to loan to anyone who's not profiting. They want to see that your business, if you're a business owner, stop making all these deductions because it says that you're not making money. So if I'm a lender, I'm not going to loan you if you're not making money. Listen, pay the taxes, right? We want to pay less, but we want to pay, right? Now, I'm scared. I'm an S corp. So I pay less in taxes, but yet I pay taxes because it shows that I'm profiting. It shows that I'm a successful business versus always finding deductions for everything. So I want to say to those of you, as you prepare, because you need to show a certain amount annually on your taxes in order to qualify for home ownership. And those of you that own a home, you can do a home HELOC, home equity line of credit. Use that money and go out and get a home with the equity in your home and rent. You find you a sucker that you remember. We used to be suckers, right? The thing on the counter at the bank. We used to be that. We used to be a sucker. We used to pay somebody else's rent. Now you're going to become the landlord. And all that time you've been having a tenant, you've been a tenant. Now somebody's going to be the tenant because you've learned how to multiply and create wealth through equity. That's where it starts. It starts getting your own, getting your first, and your first may not be your dream home. I'm just saying. I got a big house, but it's not my dream home. At the time I bought it, is what I was approved for. You could get a 6-bedroom house for $300,000 when I got approved. That's what you could get. Now that house is worth over $500,000. It's worth almost $600,000. So if you were to buy my house today, so it's good I bought it when I did. In 2016, but I'm telling people, stop waiting. Listening to people who don't have a house about it ain't a good time. Listen, get it now. The market comes down. You'll have some equity. You could refinance it. You might have $60,000, $40,000, $80,000. You could refinance it, take a little change out, pay off some debt. Listen, there's opportunities. But when you rent, there are no opportunities. The fact that the landlord, now, who can go get equity out the house you're living in right now if you're renting? The landlord does. And he don't need your permission. He goes and does a HELOC, which I'm teaching you to do by owning the home. He goes and get a HELOC. And guess what he does? When I got my HELOC a few years back, I think my mortgage, I went from a 4.25 to 2.9. Well, guess what? My mortgage payment went up $100. So if my place was rented, I would have went up to the tenants. I'd have increased it by $100. So they're paying for the HELOC that I got. Well, guess what? That's what landlords are doing right now. Say their mortgage payment went up by $250. Well, they charged the tenant $250. So with that being said, tenants, let's be wise in 2024. I want to talk home ownership in 2024.
Greg, I'd like to bring up a fact, okay? Because you and I speak facts. Okay?
Absolutely.
Here it is. The rates are up, but the values are not. Values are not going down. Okay. They think that in this market, that because the rates went up, like in 2008, I survived it. You survived it. We lost homes. We came back. We got our knees skinned. We helped people, members standing in line at the convention center. I'm a HUD certified counselor as well. And basically, here's a fact. The market is not going down. An average house where you could have got 4 years ago for $300,000 is now $500,000.
Yeah.
So you have it. And if you think the market's not going down, what did we just get? We just got the A's. We got the Raiders. What? Who just won MVP at the Lakers? Okay. LeBron. And what did he say? I'm still bringing an NBA team here. WNBA.
That's right.
My daughter used to play professional basketball. WNBA twice winners.
Twice, man.
They're all coming in town to look for homes. And while we as Las Vegans sit back, you have 5,000 people still moving in here a month, and where the house in a shack would cost you $800,000, Northern California. I do 17 states. I do 17 states. And in Northern California, and here you're so spoiled, and you're just like, wait. And they go, oh, I'm going to wait. The rates are up. And I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait because the house is going down. So this is what I asked them. Are you certified to speak on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You work at Google, but you're not a financial advisor in the market like Deville and I. Or a friend of a friend told me I can get a 4% rate in this market. Sign me up. Sign me up. Okay? Because you have to understand the secondaries. This lady was intercepting her daughter getting a home. Well, the APR did. I said, ma'am, no disrespect, but you're not talking facts.
Yeah.
You're not talking true facts. I don't know where you're getting that knowledge from. But the housing's going up.
Housing's going up. Listen. The rates, I tell people, don't be afraid. Be afraid for 2024 that you still paying somebody else's mortgage. Be afraid of that. Be afraid to do another year paying that man's mortgage down. And he's getting the benefits of the equity. When you just keep on every month, you just paying rent. It's like leasing a car. And then to find out you never going to own that car. Right. So that's what leasing a house does. You're never going to own it. So
and
if you want
washing it and keeping it clean and keeping the upkeep going, paying for and you have to give it back.
And you got to give that back.
You got to give it back.
That's the same thing with the landlord in the house. When he decides, hey, your lease is up, I want a new tenant because I want to go up on the rent. What about these landlords going up on the rent? And then people say, well, I had a guy call me landlord with $250. I say, you might as well just stay and pay it. He says, why you say they went up $250? I say it's going to cost you more than that to move. So you might as well give up that $250 or get your credit together and get your own house. Then you're going to be on a fixed rate. For 30 years, you'll never have to change your rate. It'll always be the same. No more surprises. That's why I got into solar, because you're NV. People don't know, Diana, you're renting power from NV Energy. You get to use all you want, but you're going to pay that rent. You're going to rent that power. Versus solar, what I've learned, because I have it, I can speak to it because I know what my next month power bill is. You know why? Because I got more than enough panels on my house. People tell me, well, I'm still getting the bill. You know what that solar guy didn't know to do? He didn't know to give you more than you needed so that you can handle. One lady told me, she said, Mr. Deville, my husband and I got solar and we got enough for us two to live together, but we had a visitor for about a month. And the bill, we got a bill from NV Energy because we had a visitor, because they only got enough to handle for them. They had I told the guy, look, I'm buying a Tesla. When I was putting my solar on back in December for January, I'm buying a Tesla and I'm putting the pool in. So accommodate me for those items that I'm about to do. He says, well, instead of 36 panels, you should possibly go with 39. And when my system kicked on, my meter goes backward. You know, with solar, the meter goes backwards instead of forward. Right? Mm-hmm. That's why you don't get a bill, because you're producing it. It makes it go back. So I ain't got a bill. It's been great, but I do pay for the panels. But I eventually, guess what? I eventually own the panel. Can you only imagine not having a power bill at all? Because you can pay cash for the system. You get a tax incentive up to $15,000. You can purchase or lease. It's a 30-year warranty with a backup Tesla battery in your garage that will accommodate and keep your energy. So now if the city power go out, you got to switch. You got your old power. You don't need to rely. That's happened since I got mine. Is they were saying we got a Tesla battery backup now. Well, I don't have that. Right. But I'm waiting on them to be able to retrofit these existing systems to be able to have that backup, because that's an awesome technology right there. I'm talking about renewable energy, man, just off the sun. Go stand in the sun right now. It feels wonderful. Yeah. The sun right now, since this morning about 10 o'clock, and here it is about 3:40, it feels great outside. Yeah. That's why I dust off the Mercedes convertible and drove it today. I'm like, I'm going to enjoy this sun. This feels great.
Yeah, but you work for it. The good thing when you say no utility bill, there's another program, a reverse purchase.
Yeah, reverse mortgage
purchase. Yeah,
okay.
But there are 2,300 senior citizens moving in here a month. They're selling their house in California. They've had it, you know, and they can come here and they don't want to pay all the way cash so they can have a write-up.
Right.
So you put 40 to 50% down, like say you cashed it or cashed your house out in California or somewhere else. You put 40, 50% down on a reverse purchase.
Okay.
Get you approved on a reverse purchase, give the approval letter to Mr. Deville, and you never have a payment in life.
Look at this.
Never a payment in life. We put an 80-year-old woman in a house. She hasn't made a payment in 10 years. If she sold her house, she'd get $80,000 cash. And if something happened to her, her beneficiaries have a year to sell it. So we teach that also, Deville. You have all these classes that you teach to be prepared.
Right,
you know?
right.
But that's
Absolutely.
another program that people don't know about, because they're like, oh, reverse mortgages. I don't want to. Are you certified to speak? I ask people,
I like that, Diana. Are you certified to speak on that?
Yeah. Certified to speak.
Yeah, I like that.
I work at a CPA's office, and I do this. I don't judge what you do.
Yeah.
Don't speak if you're not certified to speak.
Right. I love it. Right. So can we use that word certified homeowner? You can be a certified homeowner in 2024. That's right, a certified homeowner. You certified. You could tell somebody what it takes to get in home ownership. I have a lady, and God bless her, they got a home. The husband would hear me on the radio, and they got into a home early part of last year, and when we gave them the keys 30 days later, because it only take 30 days, and when they got the keys, she said, Mr. Deville, I want to thank you for what you're doing with the radio. My husband heard you, and he's an air conditioner guy, and I was able to use him in his services, and they got approved. And, she said, Mr. Deville, she said, I'm the first in 3 generations to finally break the curse of never owning a home. 3 generations have not owned a home. My great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother never owned a home. She said, I'm the first woman in my family. And many of you listening to me today can be the first in your family. 2024. Get started now. Don't wait. People talking about New Year resolution. No. I'm telling you, 702-349-0162. Call now. Start now. I'm going to hook you with Diana. Go over, let's look at where you are. Maybe you got a couple things to do. Follow the game plan, get it done. Within 30 days, your credit can be fixed. You could be where you need to be. Guess what? Get you a house and close it in 30 days. Now, it's not going to be a dream home. You're going to find a home because you live in an apartment. Your backyard is a balcony.
With a balcony.
Yeah, you live in somebody else's house. Let me be real, and I say it with all due respect, but I'm talking passion right here, because I'm tired of my people, because what we're doing, Diana, isn't new. This has been around for years. Nobody encouraged us. My dad owned a home, and he bought it in 1973. I was in the 8th grade. I remember my dad had always owned a home. So I grew up in a house. I didn't grow up with a mom. I had a dad, but I learned one thing. And Dad said, son, life is what you make it. And now I'm telling you, in 2024, it's what you're going to make it. If you're going to be determined that I'm going to stop buying stuff and shoes and clothes, you cute. You cute, but you're a renter. You cute, but you're a leaseor. I want you to be the person that owns the house, and I want you to leave the beneficiary, the children, to inherit something. Because many of our parents passed away except for my dad, but my mom passed, didn't leave nothing but a little insurance policy that gave all of us $1,000. She never owned a house. My dad owned a house. I inherited the property, but during life, I lost the property over years because a fool and his money will soon depart. Didn't know any better. But today, I teach and educate. You can have whatever you say. If you say 2024 is my year of home ownership, if you decree and declare that, I believe you can do that. Right. But you got to put it in the atmosphere. Stop listening to people say you can't do it. How many homes have Diana and I helped families? Marquetta comes in on the business and help hundreds of people get into homes. Man, wrote a book. I'm telling you, look, it's doable. It's possible. And if you decree over your own life that 2024 is going to be my year, don't wait. Contact us now so we can get a head start. And if you got anything on your credit, when you get your taxes, you can pay those little things off. Because some of you, it's small stuff. Right. And Diana, people talk about medical bills. When you as a lender, a medical bill is not a credit. So you're not looking for medical bills. It's on your credit. But that's not what you're looking for. I'm looking for those evictions.
We're looking for evictions or car repos, but a lot of time, or student loan.
Or that Macy's credit card you didn't pay, or that Sprint phone bill that you forgot you owed and got a new phone in another name, got it in your baby name, or that old gas bill that you forgot to pay and you put it in your baby name or your mama name. Hey, I've been there. I get it. We've done what we've had to do.
But see, that's the good thing about you and I. We came up humble. I'm from ATL. You came up. I saw my mama work 3 jobs. Okay. My grandma, and they sat you down and they said, be humble, work hard, work ethic. But you know what? Always have a penny in the bank for a rainy day. Always get generational wealth. Build that wealth.
That's right.
The number one reason, Mr. Deville, you know why people can't get into homes?
Tell them right now.
They'll say in our classes, right? Credit, money, this. I said, nope, it's you. It's the paperwork. Yeah. You don't come in, you sit down, we give you a roadmap. I give it to Deville, Marquetta, and Deville, and I tell them, here's their roadmap, Mr. Deville. They might not qualify now. Right. I had a veteran come in you sent me. He's working on his VA money. Good. You know what? I'll follow up.
There you go.
I'll go, hey, today, 2 weeks ago, you told me you were going to do, I got busy. You got busy doing what? Because I saw you on Facebook hanging out, hanging out. So either you want to hang out, and just like I taught my kids, right can't catch up to you, wrong catches up to you all the time. Have your financial stuff together, because let's be real, nobody want to talk to nobody broke. We're not here to judge. But you know what? We're not here to judge. I tell people, I said, you know what? My favorite GW boutique, because they go, oh, girl, you be dressing, your shoes, everything. I said, yeah, my favorite boutique. We got designers in here. Don't live over your means. Number 1, you can't get in the house because you live over your means. Number 2, you don't follow the roadmap that we give you. And they go, Diana, Miss Diana, what's GW boutique? I said, all the designers. Anytime that you put a shoe in the window, they have to give it to the GW boutique. And they go, I said, I've gotten $350 pair of shoes for $16.99. And they go, where's that at? I want to go. I said, Goodwill. They
Goodwill.
Go, no, you fucking
There you go.
Beautiful, lovely, because don't live with, be humble. I'd rather have a house and stuff. I'd rather have equity growing.
There you go.
When the market crashed, I was able to get a house sold. I lived on that, Mr. Deville.
Yeah. I get it.
So number one reason is you. You hold your own self up. It ain't us. Follow that roadmap, and we're here to help you. We are here, but they come to us and then they go and they sit in their rented apartment and their rented home. Mr. Deville, have you ever seen so many apartments go up in this town? You've got investors lathering at the mouth. You know what?
Wow. Yeah.
They know people they're going to be lazy. They're not going to go get a home.
And I'm really wanting to reach out to my own community and educate us that it is possible for us. And I want to thank you, Diana, for taking your time today to come on the show. Help me to explain. I try to use different voices, different angles. Your angle today was very appreciative. I hope someone listening to the show will share it continually. And someone got something that can say, you know what, 2024 home ownership is mine. And if you just put it in the atmosphere, start making the right contacts.
For Christmas. Instead of a hat, a shoe, this, that, you know what? Put it under the box for your family. Say, our little tree, they're going to open up. No gifts this year. We're going to eat good food. We're going to make those sweet potato pies. We're going to make some good get or whatever you want to make, in whatever culture you're in, we're here to help you. But we're going to get you family. We're saving to get a home. We call him Mr. Deville up today. We're setting up an appointment to go qualify with Diana today.
There you go.
That would be a Christmas gift.
Beautiful. And even if you just start the process for New Year, definitely want to get started. So again, Diana, thank you so much. We've run out of time. You have been a blessing to many, and we pray God's continual blessings over your life and your family. And God's speed for everything you all endeavor to do in 2024. We pray the merriest Christmas for you all and the happiest of New Year's. And again, I want to thank you for tuning in today. And to everyone that has been listening, we want to thank you all. Have a Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. Listen, the new year is what you make it out to be. If you address that I'm going to do it, I've been putting it off. I've been here in Deville for a long time. I'm going to be the one to make the call. If your family member that you know this information can help, because we're out of time, we're just not out of information, but we want to make sure we're helping you, doing what you need to do in 2024. So Diana, thank you so much. God's blessings be yours, and we'll talk to you real soon, Diana. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, you bet. All right, Las Vegas, I got to go. The engineer's looking upside my head saying, you got to get out of here. I don't care where you go, but you got to get out of here. So look, until I talk to you next Thursday, 3 o'clock, I pray that God's best be yours. Take care.
Jones, hey, Gre Deville was at it, man. Hey, if you want the real, holla at Gre Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Gre Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. If you want to be a broker, you want to be broke.